Welcome, drone video fans, to the 19th video in my series on the covered bridges of Ashtabula County, Ohio. Today we'll be looking at the latest covered bridge, which is a pedestrian covered bridge, something unique. We're flying up here on the eastern face of the bridge, and as you can see, it's called the Riverview Bridge. It is part of the Indian Trails Park, so named because there are 4 miles of trails which go through this area, and this bridge connects parts of those trails. On the face of the bridge to the left, you see an indication of a placard there that shows that this was funded by park funds, and on the right side are the names of dignitaries in Ashtabula County who are associated with the project. Here we're flying out a little bit over the Ashtabula River, which is at a low point here, right alongside the Smolin Gulf Bridge, and we're getting ready to turn around and get a shot of the northern face of the bridge. So here's the northern face of the new Riverview Pedestrian Covered Bridge, 150 feet long and 14 feet wide on the inside. The construction, although contemporary and just finished on the weekend of and opened on the weekend of October 8th, 2016 for the Ashtabula County Covered Bridge Festival. This one is constructed in similar manner and fashion to the Smolin Gulf Bridge, which was completed in 2008, and patterns after 19th century covered bridges that you'll see in my other videos. We're flying over the top here so that we can turn around and get a view from the south side of the bridge, and here we now have a south side view of the Riverview Pedestrian Bridge with the Smolin Gulf Bridge in the background. You can see now, as I pan back and forth, the full 150-foot length of this bridge. You'll shortly see there's a gal walking across the bridge at the time when I was shooting this. She was up from Texas visiting with her mom, and they came down and were looking at they were really amazed and fascinated by all the bridges that they had stopped and seen in the area. As you can see, the outside of the bridge has, according to the park workers that I spoke to, cedar facing material. The roofing is a metal roof, and the most of the rest of the wood on the interior is yellow pine laminated. The decking material is redwood, laminated redwood. And here we're flying again over the top, and we're going to turn around and make a run through the bridge from the east side of the bridge through and to the west side. So you can see the freshly paved area and the leaves blowing away as I travel along. Beautiful yellow pine. These vertical supports that you see are 6 individual 2x12s laminated together. The sideboards are yellow pine. The flooring, as I said, is redwood. You can see the steel bars that tie the top and bottom of the structure together for additional support. There was no signage in the front showing the exact weight load carrying capability of this bridge, but by some figures that I saw online and my rude calculations, this bridge will easily support 25 tons, which is more than ample for the traffic it's likely to see, being mostly pedestrians, joggers, bicyclers, and even horseback riders. You can see some of the fine detail workmanship here of that's one of the support posts and the side bracing. And if you've ever been in a wood shop where they're sawing fresh lumber, and you were to get that smell in your mind, because that's what it smells like when you're walking through this bridge. The aromas of freshly sawn cedar and pine are I wouldn't say they're overwhelming, but it's just an amazing experience to walk through this bridge and smell those smells. Here we're coming out to the western exit of the bridge, or entrance, depending on whether you're coming or going, and you can see it's also paved, and it leads up to the rest of the 4 miles of pathways and trails that people use to do walks or ride their bikes or whatever when they come down to this area. As I fly along here, I'm sort of blowing off the leaves that are on the path from my Phantom 3 Advanced UAV, and here we can see the rest of the pathway that it sort of ties into up here. We're turning around now, and you can see that my drone made a clearing of the leaves along the path. It's very good for clearing leaves. I didn't charge the county anything for that service. We're coming down a little bit lower now, so we get a nice low view of these outside railings that lead to it. They also have put some plants and shrubs on both this entrance and the other entrance. I have a feeling those were installed because they opened this new latest attraction up on the weekend of the Ashtabula County Covered Bridge Festival. As we rise up again, you see the signage in the front that says Riverview Bridge, and the prominent number 19 indicates that it is the 19th covered bridge in Ashtabula County. Something that they're very proud of. It's definitely a tourist attraction, because as I've been shooting these bridges, and I've shot all 19 of them now, I've seen people here from Wisconsin to Texas, from California to even people from other countries. We're going to drop down here a little bit, get a little bit closer to the ground, and then make a sweeping pass kind of along the southern face here, which is brightly lit due to the morning sun. And as I swing around here, you can see the concrete abutment. There's one of these on either end, and that's the only support. The rest of the support comes from the well-engineered and designed construction of this bridge. You see the beautiful grain work in the cedar finishing material that they put on the outsides of the bridge, and the rest of the woodwork that is on the inside. I also see a better detail of the metal roofing that is covering this bridge. According to the information that I read on it, this bridge has a proposed lifespan of 100 years, and looking at how it's built, I see no reason why it shouldn't last that long. You can see the rocks that are piled around the concrete ends on either side, which are there to help in the event that there's any rising of the Ashtabula River during early spring or times of heavy rains. We're dropping down here a little bit closer to the ground now, so that we can get a nice look underneath the bridge at the cross bracing, which supports the redwood laminated floorboards that run the length of this bridge. Again, it's 150 feet long, and the inside is 14 feet wide, so it's very spacious for people who are just walking along or riding their bikes, and it makes for a very smooth walking or biking experience. I haven't seen any horses along here, but I understand that there are horses available. This is another shot coming from the south. I did travel downstream a considerable distance and shot some fall foliage video, and there will be a follow-up video to this one, which will show some of the beautiful colors of fall in this area, since it's getting to be about that time of the season. Here we're turning around now and looking at the western face, and we're dropping down to about 1 foot high above the deck level, and we're going to make a pass through the bridge. I wanted to get a real nice close-up view of the deck work here and the sideboarding and the construction and the floors, and see the leaves blowing out of the way as I traversed the bridge here. And it was really a pleasurable shoot. Since everything is brand spanking new, there's no graffiti, no writing or anything like that as we've seen in the cases of other bridges, but it's really a beautiful pedestrian bridge, and I strongly urge you to come down and see it while it's still in this pristine state before people get to carving their names into the boards, which would be a shame. Here again at the eastern entrance or exit, you see that they have planted some flowers and shrubs and things to decorate. I imagine they'll do more of that come next spring. All the hardware that you see and that are holding up the sideboards are all galvanized steel, so to add to the length of how long this bridge is going to last, and it is extremely well built. So we're at this point here, we're pretty much done with our shoot. We're going to take one last look at the bridge here at the eastern face, rise up high enough so that we can take a pass down the roof line, and it'll give you a good chance to see the installation of the metal roof. And I would be interested to hear what it sounds like standing inside the bridge when there's a heavy rainstorm, to see how much noise that makes pounding down on that roof. But it's certainly going to last a very, very long time. And you can see again the extended path out the western edge of the bridge. So that's pretty much wraps the shoot here. We've got all 19 of these bridges now covered in video. I encourage you to stop and check out my video list. Thanks for watching this one. I hope you enjoyed it, and please do stop back again and look at some of the other videos that I have on my channel. Thank you for watching.